Salutations, folks. Another episode of Inside Indiana Volleyball coming your way. I'm Pierce Cavanaugh, joined by Sherry Dunbar. Coach, thanks as always for taking the time. I want to start off just on the past weekend. It was a tough one. Both contests, first against Ohio State and then against Penn State, both ending in losses. The first one against OSU I want to talk about because it was two teams who came in really needing a win, and they were able to go out there and get it. What did you see from that?
I just saw two totally different mindsets, and we talked a lot about that during the week about, going in with an attitude of just getting rid of short memory of matches, past, but also going in understanding that we lost 17-15 in the fifth to them at our place and really felt like we should have won that match. So almost going with a revenge type attitude because I thought that was the feistiness we needed to go in. They hadn't had a win since they beat us in that fifth set. And so we knew that both teams were, kind of backs against the wall, really needing wins. And I thought Ohio State came ready to do that, and I don't think we did. So I think it was a mentality, a different mentality we needed going into that match that I thought we were going to have and just didn't have. So disappointing loss, obviously, especially disappointing that we didn't fight as hard as we needed to fight to make it a competitive match. We were tied in two of the sets, I think at 11 all and then 15 all. And then just let them make a big run on us. So obviously a very disappointing loss for us, as that was a team I thought we could be very competitive with and find a win.
Allie Hammond did some nice things in that match, and it seemed like the big difference was Ohio State was able to put together a couple runs, whereas your girls were not able to do that. And a lot of the rest of the time, it was played pretty evenly. Just what did you see the difference as being there?
Yeah, well, our outside hitters just haven't been being as productive as we need them to be. When you look at every team in the Big Ten, the outside hitters are really dominating the Big Ten this year and having huge nights. I mean, every night they're 15 to 20 kills and hitting over 200 at least and in the 250s. So we just weren't doing that. And so the third set we decided to try Allison. She had an injury and was out the middle part of the season and has been back and practicing and doing a really good job. She's a sponge in practice. She's got a great attitude and she keeps getting better. So we wanted to give her a shot, and why not? So she saw her first action, which was really nice, and had 6 kills, 1 error, I think, on maybe 8 attempts, and so that was really nice for her to be able to go in and be that productive and show us that she can do that. So that makes us have another option now, and we'll definitely use that option more, as she continues to improve.
And then Penn State's just really good. Mm-hmm. Penn State's incredible. I mean, just what did you see from that you were able to go in and take away? Because you really needed to come out from the start, and even if you weren't able to do that.
That's an opportunity match, and that's maybe the one word I put on their game plan was opportunity, because it is, you're playing the number 2 team in the nation and a team that's very experienced at their place, and it's an opportunity to play at the highest level and challenge yourself to be uncomfortable and do things that are just super aggressive. And they're very good. They make very few errors. I think they had 5 errors in a 3-set match. And those are the type of teams that win national championships. They know how to score. They know how to reduce errors. They know how to be smart with everything they do. And that the best teams in the league are showing those kind of numbers, and but yet still being aggressive. So very fun to watch them. I think they have a chance to do some really unbelievable things this year, and they represent our league very well. And they're a team you look at and you definitely see the way we need to be more, just as far as reducing errors and things we've been focusing on in practice, and that's what wins games.
You mentioned opportunity on the game plan against Penn State. We're going to take a look in a little bit at the opportunity facing Indiana on the road ahead. But first we'll take a break. Ryan Sullivan, the student assistant, will join us on camera next. And we're here with Ryan Sullivan. Friends and others call him Sully, I guess. It's easier to call you by that, so if it's okay, I'll just go by that.
That's fine.
Sully, what's your background before coming to Indiana? Obviously the the volunteer assistant coach. I think I have your title correct there. What did you do before coming to Indiana that made you want to take on a role like this?
I'm from Chicago, so volleyball is pretty big for men in that area. I was originally going to go to college for volleyball, but since there's not that much opportunity, I decided to come here just because I love Indiana. And then, so when I was playing club here, I was a practice player, and then after a little while, or after I graduated, I guess you could say, I just kind of became the volunteer coach. So, yeah, that's kind of my background and how I got here.
What's your role with the team look like after spending a couple years as the practice player? You obviously have some familiarity with both the staff and the players. What do you do this your second year on staff, just helping this coaching staff with these girls and trying to get them ready for season?
Well, I'm technically the libero's coach, so I'll train the defense most often. Everything here and there, I've played every position, so I can kind of help out wherever I need to. I help with scouting and game planning for every opponent that we have. So I'll sort through game film, both ours and opponents, and just kind of help out any way I can, you know.
Are there responsibilities that you didn't expect to have that have come on to you, or some things that you might not have expected to like about the job that have stuck out to you as little pleasant surprises here and there?
The free meals, because I can't get paid, so whenever we're traveling and I don't have to spend money, that's...
Preach to the choir, yes.
Yeah, you know, so, no. I really enjoy, like I was saying, game planning. So I'm a gym rat. I like, you know, sitting down and studying game film. That's kind of my niche, if you want to call it that. But yeah, that's what I really enjoy, and yeah, that's it.
But it's neat to see your interaction with the girls as well.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a good rapport there.
Yeah, so a lot of them, at least the seniors, I've seen grow from freshmen till seniors now, and a lot of the other girls I still keep in touch with from when I was just a practice player. So it's a pretty close family. I mean, I don't think I'll ever stop talking to a lot of these girls. So
That's neat too.
Yeah.
Seeing that sort of continuation, that sort of growth, and being able to be a part of it. Sully, thanks for taking the time.
my pleasure, Jimmy.
Back to the studio. Good stuff from Ryan there as he shows off A, his gold rimmed glasses, and B, just had a little time to talk about what he does here. What all does Ryan bring to the table from your side?
Well, Ryan's a unique character for us because he was a practice player for several years, graduated from Indiana, really interested in coaching, obviously, has helped with Hoosierland, our local club program here, and then we talked into kind of staying and helping us out as a volunteer coach. And in the Big Ten, volunteers are a huge part of your staff. You know, they help run your camps, and that's kind of where they make their money over the summer, and then, you know, get the experience of coaching in the best conference in the country, and hope that kind of leads into job market type options for them once they get done. So this is his second year, and he'll be really looking at jobs, you know, starting in December, and we'll help him out the best we can, and I think he's gained a lot of experience from being here, and we've enjoyed having him.
And he'll be a little more comfortable too this weekend because I know you're going up to the Chicagoland area. You got Illinois on Friday, Northwestern on Sunday, and with the day in between. First question, how different is that? And B, what are you looking to do to get ready for both those games?
Yeah, I think it's good, actually, for us to have the day in between with injuries and things like that and just rest time. It helps us a little bit because we haven't had that option lately. And with the end of the season and everything and just the grind of it all, you know, that day in between is pretty nice. We can get some extra film work in, some study time, just some relaxing time. So I'm looking forward to that with the team. Illinois, maybe the hottest team in the Big Ten right now. Backs against the wall to get into the tournament. They know they have to win. They're playing a lot of their final matches at home. Their outsides, you know, Jocelyn Burks and Morgan Criswell are doing a great job and have really stepped up their game and setting Liz McMahon a little bit more. So they're just a very good team, and they're hot right now, so we're going to have to prepare really well for them. Northwestern, you know, went 5 with at our place and has won, I think, 6 Big Ten matches and kind of went on a run after they beat us in Purdue that weekend. So we'll take that extra time to really understand them a little bit better and what we did last time against them and how to defend that a little bit better.
It will be interesting. 2 big opportunities for your team this weekend. You can catch both of those on IUHoosiers.com. The first contest with Illinois will be available live on the Big Ten Digital Network online. The second one, tune in. You got it right here. Coach, thanks for the time again.
Thank you.
That'll be it. For Sherry Dunbar, Pierce Cavanaugh saying so long, travel well, till we meet again.